Hey guys, welcome back to Mo's Game Table. Today we're going to do an unboxing for Atlantic Storm Admirals Edition from Lock and Load Publishing. This was just released in July at WBC, where it was announced last year, and to make things even better for fans of this series, not only are you getting the Admirals Edition now, but next WBC, Pacific Typhoon, will be getting the Admirals Edition as well, and it will be published by Lock and Load Publishing at that time again. So both games will be available, and I know a lot of people are going to be happy about that because this game's been out of print and kind of hard to find. So in the game you get 2 force decks, you get a convoy deck, couple of dice, and a manual. And as Dan from No Enemies Here likes to say, a box and a lid. That's for you, Dan. So let's move Dan's box and a lid aside, and we are going to take a look at the rulebook first, and then we'll take a look at the components. But inside the rulebook, full color, gives you all of the rules that you need to play the game, and as is the case with all Lock and Load's games, anything that's been changed or updated in this new edition is written out in blue. So for people who are familiar with the game, all you really need to concern yourself with is the blue text to see what updated rules have been or what rules have been updated in this edition. The biggest change visually is that the force cards are now in tarot size, which makes them a lot nice and bigger to hold in your hand. Really easy to read everything on them. It gives a lot more room for the text, for the event text, and for all of the important text for the card. Your values, the years to you, that you can use this card in when it goes to attacking a convoy, and any text as well that's necessary to read. And then the fate is down here at the bottom. So that right there is the biggest update visually. Like I said, tarot card size force cards. Your layout, everything pretty much is the same. There's been some changes to legal play and end of game, as well as draw cards. Fate has been changed. In this one, you now must announce the victim when you reveal your fate card on your turn. If you fail to announce it before the next person plays, the fate does not occur against that victim. So something to bear in mind, it's not just automatic anymore. Now you have to announce it. There is a 2 and 3 player rules as well on how to handle that. Some of those have been changed, and the other big change is now there's solitaire involved in the game. There's a solitaire setup. What happens is you break the force cards down into Axis and Allies, and you choose one side to play against the other. And the opponent that you will draw for will play cards on A, C, and E. You will play the second and the fourth cards at B and D. And it pretty much plays the same as the multiplayer version does, with the main difference being that you only have 17 convoys, so you have 17 rounds to play through and come to a conclusion by scoring more points than the AI. And then you have storm events and some other events. This is all in blue. As I said, this is the new changes in the game that you'll need to read, and that's pretty much it. That's the rule book. And now we'll take a look at one of the force decks. We'll open this up and we'll pull out these cards to take a look at them, and then let's put that one out of the way, and then we'll open up this convoy deck as well to take a look at that. So your convoys, the whole point of the game, for those who are not familiar with this game, you're trying to take out convoys, and it's done with all players around the table working together. It's a trick-taking game. This is what you're trying to take out, and what you do is everybody gets a hand of 6 cards, and these cards will be a mix of Axis and Allied cards, and you choose as the first player what you're going to use, what suit you're going to lead with, and the suits are right here. You have air, surface, and subsurface, and you also have years. So you need to make sure that the year of the card you're going to play matches up to the year of the convoy. You have right here 1941, and here this is a 41, 42, and 43 card. So this could be played against this convoy. And what you do is you choose which suit you want to lead with. You can go with any of the 3, or you can go with all 3 together. Anything with a question mark? is solved with a die roll. So this value is not determined. Like this has a 1 surface, has a 0 air, and you would roll a die and you get a 6. So this 6 would be the value of the subsurface, or 7 if you're going to use all 3 together in this, but you don't roll till the end. So basically you lead saying you're going to go with subsurface, for example. You put your card down, say that you're going to go with subsurface. Everyone else has to play cards out of their hand using their value, their subsurface value, and then they decide if they want to match your card by going with allies, or if they want to go with axis. If they want to go against you, they'll play the opposite card that you're playing, and then other players at the table will decide if they're going to join with you or if they're going to join with the axis side in this instance, because you have allies. And then at the end, whoever has the highest total score, they win the spoils. They split the spoils up, and you just continue on through till the conclusion of the game, and whoever has the most points wins, basically, is how it works. I really like these tarot cards because the smaller cards, you know, regular standard card size card decks, I should say, it's just kind of small, a little cramped. But the tarot size cards really does spread out that information nicely, and it makes for a great presentation, easy to read, and a lot of fun to hold in your hand. The big changes that were made in this game, there were 24 of these cards, force cards added, 18 were removed, and then there was a bunch of different rules changed out. There were some more convoys added in the convoy deck as well, and that's pretty much the big change in the changes in this game, on top of the fact that now it's back in print, which was something that a lot of people were kind of, you know, wanting in the worst way, because to get this game you had to pay a premium price on the secondary market, and it was going to be used. So now you can buy a brand new edition of this game from Lock and Load Publishing at WBC. They also had a really sharp looking player mat with a German sub on it, Underwater on the Hunt, and it looked fantastic. So that will be available as well soon. This is they're waiting for the next printing of this to come out, because they sold out at WBC. That should be available soon, as will the mat as well. So check it out at Lock and Load Publishing website, and place your order now if you're interested. And that is Atlantic Storm Admirals Edition from Lock and Load. As I said, Pacific Typhoon Admirals Edition will be released at WBC next July from Lock and Load as well. And that's pretty much it. If you have any comments or questions, make sure you post them below. Thanks for tuning in. See you next time, guys.